It seems the worst insult that anyone could ever be called is racist. And these days it's bandied about like nobody's business, even when it simply doesn't make any sense at all. This week, the results came in of a study by the Policy Institute of King's College London, which investigated 24 countries' levels of racism. It confirmed what I knew all along, that the UK is one of the least racist and most accepting places on earth. But you wouldn't think it the way the accusation of racism is bandied about. I mean, look at the recent treatment of Suella Braverman. She's trying every which way she can to come up with plans to stop the United Kingdom from being overwhelmed, or as she calls it, invaded, by people coming in illegally in small boats. Instead of supporting her to ensure national security is preserved, a load of liberals like Gary Lineker, who will never be directly impacted by the influx, weighed in on the issue, picking holes in the language, pretty much calling it racist, making comparisons to the Holocaust, but with no solutions in sight. Instead, hindering progress, annoying the British public, which will create civil unrest, which will eventually turn to xenophobia if nothing is done about the situation. Far from being racist, Suella has read the mood music and worked out, as have most of us, that if the boats aren't stopped, civil unrest will ensue, which will probably result in racism. And for that, she is called the racist. Remember Harry and Meghan's ghastly interview with Oprah and the face that Oprah pulled when she made an assumption, which was accepted as a reasonable one, that Archie wouldn't be given a title because of the colour of his skin. The UK was vilified on the world stage, fanning the flames for reparations, many Commonwealth countries looking on us in disgust. Meghan and Harry waving the race card without actually using the word, which suddenly morphed into unconscious bias when Harry was questioned further by his good old friend Tom Bradbury in that embarrassing interview about his sellout memoir, Spare. Our Queen went to her grave not knowing any different. The royal family were branded as racist, and those two didn't step in to change the narrative, even picking up an award for their work in expunging it. Laughable. How about their work for creating it? But it turns out that this country isn't half as bad as most of the others. In fact, in a recent survey by the UK came in second from bottom of the list of the most racist countries, with only 2% of Britons feeling uncomfortable about living next door to someone with a different racial makeup. The results also revealed that those in the UK were among the least racist countries, and that the UK was fourth from the bottom in showing prejudice towards immigrants and foreign workers. At the top was Iran, Greece, the Philippines and China. Other surveys may show different results, and there were plenty of established media outlets that want to say otherwise. But I can vouch for the results, being a woman of colour. There is no doubt that racism exists, and it's often subtle, so others around you may not notice it. And yes, it can manifest itself in many different guises. But on the whole, the UK is a very tolerant and welcoming country, and it seems that it's often those who cry racism are those who are unaware of their own, those who are least affected or impacted by it, calling it out. Let's stop doing Britain down. We are a fabulous, tolerant country, full of opportunity. Why do you think so many people are prepared to risk their lives from the safety of France to get here?